Welcome to Dreamy Tales, your bedtime haven. Prepare to embark on a journey of tranquility and relaxation. I'm here to weave enchanting stories that will gently guide you into a restful night's sleep. Subscribe and let the soothing whispers of Dreamy Tales be your nightly companion. A nighttime journey into the dreaming lands. Chapter 1. A Nighttime Adventure. Oswald fluffed his feathers and snuggled deeper into the downy nest. All the other owlets in the oak tree had fallen sound asleep, their soft hoots drifting through the dusk. But no matter how Oswald blinked his big amber eyes, sleep refused to come. He gazed out the hollow window at the inky sky scattered thick with stars. Their twinkling light seemed to call to Oswald, beckoning him out into the mysteries of the night. Quiet as a shadow, he spread his wings and silently flew from the hollow, leaving his nestmates undisturbed. As Oswald soared between the ancient oak branches, a sudden flash of light zipped overhead. He looked up in wonder to see a shooting star blazing a trail across the dark canvas. Mesmerized, Oswald felt an urge deep within his owl heart to follow the fleeting streak of silver. Surely this star held magic in its glow. With a whoosh of his wings, Oswald gave chase. He glided after the shimmering star as it raced between wispy clouds and tall treetops. Eventually, the glimmering light slowed and sank lower on the horizon, guiding Oswald to a moonlit meadow awash in its soft, silvery glow. He landed gently upon the velvety grass and gazed around in awe. All manner of flowers swayed dreamily in the night breeze, their colorful petals seeming to sparkle. Tall mushrooms dotted the clearing, their glossy caps illuminated like lanterns standing watch. But most wondrous of all was the large rainbow spanning high overhead. Each vibrant hue glowed as if lit from within, arching protectively across the starry sky. Oswald had never seen such a magical place before. Was this all really happening? Or was he dreaming with eyes wide open? Amidst the beauty and mystery, a glowing presence seemed to call out to Oswald without words. He turned and spotted the faintly twinkling star come to rest upon the rainbow's end, as if waiting. Something deep in Oswald's heart told him to follow where the star might lead into the wonders of the night. Unfolding his wings once more, the curious owlet took flight into the enchanting darkness, filled with hopes of discovering what dreams lay beyond. Chapter 2. A Magical New World. As Oswald soared above the meadow, his owl eyes spotted something shuffling below through the tall grass. He glided silently down to investigate and was surprised by who he found. A tiny bunny with fur as soft and glittery as stardust grinned up at him. "Well, hello there," she said in a happy voice. "I'm Sparkle. Are you lost?" Oswald blinked, taken aback by how friendly this creature was. I suppose so. I'm Oswald," he replied, with a slight hoot. "This place is new to me." "No need to fret, new friend." Sparkle twirled in a circle, her fur scattering rainbow sparkles. "I'll show you around our magical dreaming lands. Just you wait until you see what's possible here." She led Oswald through the flowery meadow, pointing out swaying poppies that sang songs and dandelions that granted wishes with every puff. They came upon a small pond where mermaid sisters splashed and swam in sync with the moon's reflection. But Sparkle's favorite spot was a gnarly old willow tree by the pond's edge. "Look who's waking for the night," she said with glee. Peering within the willow's hanging branches, Oswald spotted a large rock nestled in the roots, slowly blinking open a pair of smiling eyes. "Well, good evening, little ones," the boulder rumbled kindly. "Welcome to the dreaming young owl. I am Mr. Moon. Mr. Moon watches over us all and keeps our imaginations glowing, Sparkle told Oswald. He'll be glad to show you more of what we can conjure up together beneath his light. The friendly Moonbeam seemed to agree, washing the whole area in a soft silvery sheen as if in welcome. Oswald was spellbound by the easy magic of this place. Anything truly did seem possible here in the limitless lands of dreams. As the night wore on, Sparkle and Mr. Moon introduced Oswald to dreamy creatures like the storytelling stars and the rainbow maestro who painted the skies. Though smiles came easily to the owl now, a small ache had started in his heart. As much wonder as there was to find here, Oswald still missed the comfort of his cozy hollow. Chapter 3. Facing Childhood. Fears. Under the beams of Mr. Moon's gentle glow, Oswald and Sparkle played in the meadow well into the night. But as darkness deepened around the edges of the dreaming lands, Sparkle's hop began to slow. "What's the matter, little one?" asked Mr. Moon kindly. Sparkle's bottom lip quivered as she looked up at the wise rock. "The shadows are getting scary. I always feel safe with my bedtime story, but you're too far now to tell me one." Oswald's heart went out to his new friend. Though adventures here brought joy, facing fears alone seemed too much for even the bravest of dreamers. Just then, a rustling came from the shadows beyond the meadow. "Look out! It's the nightmare monster!" cried Sparkle, bounding behind Mr. Moon's bulk for shelter. Even the kind boulder seemed to shudder at the approaching darkness. Stepping stealthily into the moonlight, a towering figure emerged with leathery wings and eyes like empty voids. The nightmare monster let loose an echoing cackle that chilled the dreaming bones of all who heard. This was a beast that thrived off spreading terror. "Do not be afraid, little ones. As long as we do not lose hope, the power of dreams is stronger than any nightmare," soothed Mr. Moon. But Sparkle only trembled harder. Something stirred bravely within Oswald then. He may have felt lost in this new world at first, but now he had found friends who needed courage unlike his own. Spreading his wings, Oswald hooted up at the towering fiend. "Let's play a game to drive away the dark if you dare." The monster crooked a brow, intrigued by this owl's challenge. "Very well, puny pest. Entertain me, and I may spare you for now." Oswald thought fast, recalling wondrous sights of the dreaming lands that sparked joy. An idea began to take shape, and he turned to Sparkle with a smile. "Help me weave a story to face our fears. Your brush will paint what I say, and our imaginations will conquer this night." Sparkle wiped her eyes and nodded, finding bravery in her new friend's plan. Together, beneath Mr. Moon's watch, Oswald and Sparkle began to spin a magical tale that would challenge even the nightmare monster's deepest shadows. Chapter 4. The Power of Imagination. The nightmare monster hunched down to listen with a wicked grin, bony fingers tapping in anticipation. But Oswald only smiled, meeting Sparkle's shining eyes before beginning their story. Once upon a dream, in a land far beyond the stars, there lived a little glowing mushroom named Myrtle, said Oswald. Immediately, Sparkle's tail began furiously whisking colors into the night sky. Strokes of smoky gray and navy blue swirled overhead, along with glittering flecks of emerald and gold. Myrtle lived in a sunlit glade deep in mossy meadow forest, continued the owl. Sparkle added bouncing mushrooms and soft ferns to the painting above. Every evening, she would gather with the other fungi and share the wondrous things they saw during the day. The monster let out an impatient growl, but Oswald went on undaunted. One night, as shadows fell, and fireflies flickered to life. Myrtle spotted movement in the gloom beyond the glade. Sparkle dusted in dancing lights and twisted silhouettes at the edge of her dreamscape world. Could it be the dancing doxies, come to play their lively jigs? Wondered Oswald aloud. But as Sparkle swished her fluffy tail, the shadowy forms took shape into hulking beasts with menacing grins. No, gasped Oswald in mock fright. It was the ghastly gnomes, come to spook sweet Myrtle from her home. At this, Sparkle couldn't help but squeak and bury her face in fluff, tail wavering. But she bravely kept painting. The nightmare monster snarled impatiently, bony tail thumping the ground. But Oswald stayed focused, determined to defeat this darkness with light. The ghastly gnomes closed in, drooling and cackling. Poor Myrtle trembled, thinking all was lost. Then a glow began to swell from within her. With a burst, Myrtle shone so bright the entire forest glittered. Sparkle brushed the scene ablaze, dazzling colors banishing the shadows. The gnomes screeched and fled, no match for Myrtle's courage and radiant glow. Oswald gazed up at the masterpiece above, sparkling in the moonbeams. The nightmare monster was shrinking back too, howling as if in pain from such vibrant dreams. With a rumble and a groan, the shadowy beast whipped around and vanished into the deep dark once more, defeated. Chapter 5, Where Dreams Live On. As the last flickers of Sparkle's storyscape faded from the night sky, a calm stillness fell over the dreaming meadow. The threat of darkness had lifted, and with it sank a heaviness from Oswald's heart. He turned to find Sparkle, drying the last of her happy tears on Mr. Moon's mossy side. "Thank you for facing your fears to help me feel safe," the glitter bunny said softly. Oswald blinked at her with a sleepy smile. "Any friend of the dreaming lands is worth being brave for. I'm just glad our tale chased the shadows away." From above, the first glow of dawn began to light the eastern sky in pastels. Mr. Moon sighed contentedly. "The night has drawn to a close, but your adventure together will remain etched in the realm of dreams." Oswald knew the kind rock spoke true. Though weariness tugged at his wings, fulfillment warmed his heart at all he found here. Wonders untold, and comrades whose bonds would endure beyond any border. He exchanged a final nuzzle with Sparkle and bade her leaping dreams under Mr. Moon's watch. As for the owl, homeward, his spirit now yearned to fly. With a grateful hoot, Oswald lifted into the pinking heavens, following Moonbeams back to where wakefulness waited. Weary but content, Oswald sailed through wisps of clouds, turned rosy gold by sunrise. Below, treetops shone emerald, while the forest stirred with early birdsong. As his hollow came into view, Oswald felt only more richly blessed by dreams that replenish the soul and friends to face all darks with. Tucked snug in his downy nest once more, Oswald smiled into slumber, the magic of imagination keeping company till next his feathered eyes would open on whatever adventure daylight might bring. For in memory would always live the dreaming lands, where courage and companionship make all things possible under a moon's soft glow. As the stars twinkle above, it's time for dreamy tales to bid you good night. May the soothing echoes of our stories linger in your dreams, offering you a serene escape. Until we meet again under the moonlit sky, sleep tight and sweet dreams.